Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the All Sports Focus pregame show here of the Buds Wiffle Ball League. I'm back here with my co-host Ryan. Ryan, say hello.
Hey, everybody.
We've got our full All Sports Focus fit here on. We are full commentators today. Sorry, it's been a couple weeks since the last video. We have been kind of slow on games. The 4th of July weekend with everybody working and the All-Star break and everything like that. But we are back here with a set of two games of out-of-division matchup between the Quackers and the Sharks. Two teams who have kind of been very up and down all year. Kind of really high expectations for the Quackers, and they've kind of not really met those expectations so far. Sharks, honestly, I would say maybe performed a little, I would say right around what their expectations were so far. A couple big wins, a couple bad losses, though. But a two-game series here. I mean, we're right in the middle here after the All-Star break. Teams are really trying to solidify their playoff spots. You really don't want to be the 5-6 seed matchup here in our new playoff format. Just to remind everybody, here's a picture of the new playoff format. So you don't want to be stuck in this game. You got to play one game there, and then you got to play a best of three here. You don't want to have to play two of those. You'd rather be here or even here in the 4 seed where you're technically playing the same amount of games. But you don't want to be the 5 or 6. These two teams are right in the mix of that right now. So, Ryan, looking at this series, what do you think each team needs to do to get the wins here? Both the Quackers and the Sharks.
It's one word for me. It's consistency. I think across the board, we've seen both teams make a lot of really dumb errors and really shoot themselves in the foot early on, both in the field and then batting-wise too. And then pitching, if you're not consistently throwing strikes, which both of these teams have gone on long stretches where it's walk, 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 hit, walk. And when you have those long stretches like that, it's hard to win these games, 3 innings, and when the score can get away from you really fast. So I think consistency both in the field and in the batter's box is going to be the key.
Yeah. And just looking at it here, as obviously I've watched these games already, I know how they went. But from a past perspective, you're talking to Carter before this series. Expect Matt Lage to take a more bigger step here on the mound. Carter's been very real with himself. He struggled a little bit on the mound this year, so the Quackers are looking for someone to step up and be that number one arm here. And Carter's going to give Matt Lage the ball here in game number 1 to give him the start. And then even in their 3-game series against the Bulls that they all played in the same day, 5 games in one day, a heck of a day for them. But Matt Lage is going to be the number one guy in that one as well. So really trying to figure some things out here. So one benefit of having a bunch of teams or having all 6 teams make the playoffs technically, because you can kind of try some things in the regular season to see what you need to do in the postseason. So with that being said, Ryan, I'm going to ask for your final predictions here before we hop into both games. 2-game set between the Sharks and the Quackers. What are your final predictions?
I'm going to split here. I think we go 1-1. Quackers take the first one. Sharks take the second one.
Okay. All right. So game number 1 pitching matchup here will be Matt Lage versus Pap Nate on the mound, and we'll see you guys in game number 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome to game number 1 of the Quackers and the Sharks.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the freaking video. Today we got Wiffle Ball League, and we're wiffle balling.
Thank you, Matt Lage, for that introduction. And here's Matt Lage.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. Miles Panicucci starting it off strong for the Sharks after the intro from Matt Lage gives up a first pitch bomb.
Dead center.
Coming out strong. Here comes Pat. Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
And boy, oh boy, not a great start here for the Quackers. Hot start for the Sharks, though. I don't even know how Pap Nate hit that out above his head.
Yeah, that was like over his head.
Yep. And there's a nice celebration from Pap. Here comes Teddy Ipple. And a hard ground ball to the left side. Will Carter make the play? Safe at 1. Here comes Miles Panicucci. And a strikeout.
It's in that time.
Matt Lage settling in a little bit here. And another strikeout. Here we go, Matt. Here comes Teddy Ipple back up to bat.
Oh.
Not settling in anymore. And he throws the ball at Pap. 4-0 Sharks early in game number 1. Here comes Miles. Takes ball 4, bringing it back to Pap. Oh, and an ugly strikeout.
Chase is a terrible pitch.
And Matt Lage celebrating like he just won the World Series. And Blake Ciccarello gets one right back.
Does that brother not own anything that is not neon?
No, Carter asks them to wear green. He tells them to wear green. And I think that's...
I was going to say, that brother is either shirtless or in neon green.
Yep, there's no in between. Here comes Matt Lage up to bat now. And a hard ground ball left side. Best place to put it in wiffle ball and loses all of his shoe.
Helping himself out there.
What in the Pap? Strikeout. Here comes Logan. Takes a nice walk, ball 4. Setting up Blake Ciccarello. Ball 4. Pap frustrated with himself. Plays it 4 in for the Sharks and a walk again.
Walks and a run.
Walks and home runs. Highlight of this league. Hard ground ball. Oh, gets through the infield playing in. That's going to score 2. Great swing there for the
terrible defense by the Sharks.
By Carter Petsky. Great leave by Logan Freeman. Here comes Blake Ciccarello. And another ball. 6-4 Quackers after 1 inning. High scoring. Matt Lage back on the mound pitching to Teddy Ipple. Strikeout.
Gets the sword.
Gets a walk there by Miles. Here comes Pap. Hard ground ball. Will Pap beat that out? Nice PFP. Great defense there from the Quackers. Oh, a little bit outside there for Matt Lage. A little bit off. Bases loaded for Pap Nate. Walks in another run. Matt Lage getting frustrated. Oh! And tosses the other ball up in the air. Carter Petsky.
My goodness.
That was... And Pap and Teddy knew that off the bat. Pap didn't even give him a courtesy jog, nothing. That was a shot.
That was a perfect.
Yeah. Great swing by the captain, Carter Petsky, there. Oh! Back to back.
Dang.
Logan Freeman.
And Teddy's out there on his knees.
Tough pitching outing there for Teddy Ipple. Comes in, gives up 2 home runs. And now he's sitting on third base. Interesting defense. And a ground ball goes right where he should be playing. And he picks up the wrong ball.
I was going to say, that was not the correct wiffle ball there.
Great play by Miles. Here comes Logan Freeman. Takes another walk. The thing he does best, draws walks. Blake Ciccarello. Oh, that ball's going to come back fair. We need a bunt line. Hard ground ball. And why is Teddy Ipple not playing shortstop? And another run's going to score. Ugly defense by the Sharks here. Strikeout on Carter. 10-5 Quackers after 2. Heading in the top of the third.
What did I say in the pregame? This was consistency.
And the Quackers are going to make a pitching change here to save an inning for Matt Lage and go to Blake Ciccarello. And Blake has walked, the bases loaded. Miles Panicucci. The most warning track player in the league is Miles Panicucci. That kid is hit. Oh, misses the peg. Safe at second by Teddy Ipple. Here comes Teddy up to bat. Hits a hard ground ball. Fair ball on the third base line. Oh, and bad base running by Teddy. Pushes the ghost runner off, which is an automatic out for you that don't know with the ghost runner rule. Here comes Pap and strikes out. The Quackers
take
game number 1, 10-7. Here we go with game number 2 between the Quackers and the Sharks. Miles Panicucci on the mound, the Sharks ace. Starts off with a strikeout. And another strikeout.
And another strikeout in the background.
Jeez. And another 3 quick strikeouts by Miles and a walk with Carter Petsky on the mound. Switching up the batting order here for the Sharks. Here comes Miles and another walk. The opposite of Miles' inning pitching. Here comes Pap. Takes a pitch right down the middle. I don't know what you're looking for there. Ball 4. Miles. Ball forward. Like a broken record. And a hard base hit to right field, by Pap Nate. Teddy Ipple walks. We got two of the best walkers in the league, I would say, in Logan Freeman and Teddy Ipple.
That's a fair ball. Good shot by Miles Panicucci there. Oh, Pat puts it in play. Whoa,
Pap almost
about tears an ACL.
Holy, why is he stopping right on the bag in the 6th spot in the first inning by the Sharks? Go up 6-0. And what is this defense the Sharks are playing right now? Teddy Ipple was just standing in the batter's box. And Blake, with a bat throw. Matt Lage.
Right over the American flag.
Gets under that riser and sends it to left center.
I want to revisit the fact that Blake Ciccarello did a bat launch for a walk.
No, it was a strikeout.
Oh.
Got the top of the zone. And what is with this bike? Oh, it's Miles' bike. I've seen 4 different people riding the bike so far. And Miles takes a walk. 6-1 here. The Sharks are looking to get the mercy cap here in the 2nd inning. Nice base hit by Pap. Will Miles stretch it to 3? Oh, he's barely safe at 2nd. Never mind. Here comes Teddy batting lefty. Takes a walk. Miles Panicucci takes a walk. 7-1, and we're back to Blake Ciccarello on the mound. A walk. Strikeout.
Good pitch there.
Here comes Miles. Oh!
He just double hit that thing.
And that's going to end the game. The Sharks get their get back. Blake's trying to say that was foul. That was not foul. And they're not even running the bases. They're just taunting. 12-1 final score. Sharks beat the Quackers.
Double hit that home run. That is insane.
By a mercy rule. We'll see you guys in the post-game show. Welcome back to the All Sports Focus post-game show here at the Buds Wiffle Ball League. Between the 2 games between the Quackers and the Sharks, almost said the Bulls, a series split. Ryan predicted it exactly right. A very odd series. Game 1 starts out with a bunch of home runs on both sides, a lot of walks, and then some bad defensive plays here and there. Then game number 2 just kind of showcased the downfall of the Quackers this year has been what's the biggest hurt we've talked about on our podcast, on the YouTube videos many, many times, is it's when you give up walk, and then a home run. Because that's 4 runs right there in a swing of 4 at-bats. And that's exactly what happened to the Quackers there in game number 2. Gave up some walks and then gave up a home run, and the game was basically over from that point. But don't want to take away because the Quackers, Matt Lage pitched very well in game number 1. Gave up a couple home runs here and there. But the thing is, with the Quackers offense, when the Quackers offense is performing well enough, if they can only allow like 4 to 5 runs, I would be very confident with them being in a game. But when they give up 12 runs, like game number 2, is when you're not going to be in the game. So, Ryan, what did you like from both the Quackers and the Sharks here in this series split?
I thought it was a great recovery from the Quackers in game 1. Obviously, first batter home run, second batter home run for the Sharks, and goes into the bottom of the first. Quackers already down 4-0, but showed great resolve, great discipline in the bottom half of the inning, coming back and getting on the front side of it, going up 6-4, drawing some walks and a couple of key timed hits. So I thought they rolled through that consistency well and didn't make really any unforced errors. Same can't be said about the Sharks, I think, in game 1. I scored a couple of runs early on, like I said, but then Teddy was sitting on third base for a period of time, and they hit some shots between second and third. Just different unforced errors on the defensive side that kind of just let it get away from them, and before you know it, they weren't really even in the game anymore, and were just kind of out there. But then game 2, a complete opposite. Quackers couldn't really throw strikes. The Sharks were taking advantage of it, drawing a lot of walks, and then a home run here or there, like you said, and it racks up quickly. And for the Sharks to mercy the Quackers in game 2, I think is kind of the the perfect description of these two teams, and just it being a complete roller coaster of an experience to be watching these teams, because I don't think I've seen either one of these teams piece together multiple good games in a row. And that was 100% on display tonight, or in these games, that they were something good and something bad all in a 2-game span.
The only, out of these two teams, the only games I've seen them put together, I would say, was the Sharks Game 2 and Game 3 against the Slimy Sluggers in that series, where they won the series off those 2 games. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, no offense, but the Sharks are 3-7 for a reason. And the Quackers are, I believe, they are 2-4 for a reason here. So, not trying to be mean, but I mean, that's just kind of what happens with the inconsistency. And if these teams can just find a little, because I mean, thing is with the playoffs, you don't have a 3-game series to get things right, because if you lose the first 2, you're done, you're toast. I mean, that goes for everybody, and it's not like you can, oh, whatever, we lost, we can move on. No, I mean, you're done. Obviously, it's the playoffs. But can't count a team like the Sharks out, because last year they were the last team in the playoffs and they made the World Series. But you know, guess who they lost to? Not trying to drop that, but I'm just saying, like, there's just those things can happen. But moving on here, the Sharks, like I said, are 3-7 now, sitting tied in the Silver Beach division with the Slimy Sluggers at 3-4. The Slimy Sluggers are at 3-4. The Sharks are at 3-7. A lot of less games played, but they hold the tiebreaker over the Slimy Sluggers right now. Moving on, though, this next series is we've got the Raccoons and the Bulls, a battle of the 1 seeds in each division, and then after that, we're going to have the Quackers and the Bulls playing as well. Ryan, what are your final predictions here for these two teams when it comes playoff time, with about, I would say, 2 games left for the Sharks and 5 games left for the Quackers here? What are your final seed predictions for these two teams? Kind of putting you on.
I think we're gonna see the Sharks roll in at, I don't know, having the advantage over the Slimy Sluggers right now. I think maybe you see them get the 4 seed and sneak in, but I think more realistically 4 to 5 is kind of a reasonable range. And then same with the Quackers too. I think you're kind of in that 4 to 6 range, which is kind of the danger range, in my opinion. And it's going to be hard for me to pick either one of these teams to make a run through the playoffs, just with the number of games. 3-game series with the 4 seed versus the winner of the 5-6, and then 3-game series throughout the rest of the playoffs. And I think if it was like an NFL playoff type of situation where you're just playing 1 game and it's win or go home, then I could potentially see the Sharks making a run like they did last year, or the Quackers with the talent they have making a run. But I think when you have to win 2 out of 3 games to win a series, I'm not sure that they can get it done.
Mm-hmm. And when the pitching rule still applies as well, we decided as commissioners, me, Pap, and Carter, to keep the pitching rule into the playoffs. So a pitcher's only allowed to pitch the 9 innings. Obviously, the 1 game, the 5-6 game, is going to have no pitching limitations because, I mean, it's 1 game. But other than that, you're only going to be able to pitch 6 of the 9 innings. So maybe you'll see some managers. Honestly, I haven't really thought this far out in front of it, but you might see some managers go game 1 and game 2 and try and win the series there. Or they try and split it up and be like, I trust my number 2 arm to get the win in game 2. You never know. It's what these different captains and managers are going to have to think about. So, but with that being said, here we're going to wrap up this game and we're going to hop in here. Coming up next after this one will be the Raccoons versus the Bulls, the battle of the 1 seeds in each division. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out all the social medias, all that good stuff, the YouTube, Instagram, Spotify. Check out the merch site as well, and we'll see you guys in the next video.